Three, two, three, two, three, two, three, two.
We're also live on Insta.
And we are now on the streaming platform. And now we're going to start the show, you guys. Welcome to the Bold People Media Spotlight and Recap here on JLJ Media. I'm one of your hosts. I'm just hanging a moment all of a sudden. I'm James Lott Jr. That's all my song. Good night, everybody. See you later. People who may have to take over for me because I don't know what's going on in my world all of a sudden. And right next to me on the side is Miss Tammy Govea.
Hi, everyone. Happy Sunday. And we have people live on Instagram as well.
Yay.
Varghese, Ka.Trina6227, Kenneth Clark. Yay!
Clark. And down below with the red-eyed Hope Dolls.
Yeah, I read the eyes, guys.
Win. Canada one. Everybody's coming in. People are coming in chat room. Hit that like button while you're in there. You guys are coming in. Okay, you guys are coming in. Good. Sorry we're a little late. Just we got some technology stuff. It's not easy for some of us. We're trying to figure it out. We're just pretty. And so welcome to today's Sunday. It's the next show on the Sunday Soap Block. We had Wide on Me Spotlight just a second ago. Well, not a second ago, like an hour ago. That's out now on YouTube and on the streaming platform. You can watch it there, listen there. And then this show now, and then right after this, Tammy Govea, what do we have?
We have Daytime Today with Moi and Candace Mack, so make sure and stay tuned for all the daytime news.
And then there's no Edition Days. Edition Days not on today. They're taking the day off. They'll be back next Sunday. And then later tonight, the show that's the #1 show on the network. I mean, I'm just completely shocked. You guys like show up over there. GH Spotlight, me, Frank Moran, who rants, Lucretia Lyon, who likes Sunday these days. We'll be back on at 6 p.m. Just the three of us. Our guests we don't have no guests this week, but just the three of us. And we'll be back on at 6 p.m. talking about what happened in Port Charles and that huge explosion on Friday. Who lived? Who dies? Who do you think? So that'll be on later today. I also want to give a shout out to Matt Kane at YNR. Got you my Crimson Lights mug today. Came in the mail. I got it, so I'm repping it right now. Even on this, just the CBS, shows. But I always wanted a Crimson Lights mug, so now I got one. I've been to the set, but now I got one of my own. But of course, I still have my fourth certification.
Yeah.
I'm double fisting it today.
Yeah.
One is alcohol. One isn't.
He's a thirsty boy.
I'm thirsty.
Thirsty.
Hello everybody. So yes, I'll say that, but thank you guys so much for tuning into our soap block. We totally appreciate it. And of course, she has the Bone Beautiful podcast. Make sure you always tune to that. Any episodes this week?
Yeah, I'm putting out an episode today when we get done here.
Okay, so make sure you follow her there and follow that also for all your Bold Beautiful needs. Okay.
We should. Oh, go ahead.
One last thing. Because I'm pushing it, because I'm so excited for it. A week from tomorrow, the second audio series drama from JLJ Media debuts. Tammy Govea is not in the episode, but she's on the series. It's called Mistletoe Road, and it comes out on November 30th. I'm so excited for you guys to hear it. It's like 9 minutes long. There's a new song by me at the end of the show, as every episode has a new song written by me, but performed by the cast. Very excited, and I'm so excited for you guys to hear it. It's gonna be a great little series that we did when you get trapped in Christmas City. So I'm very excited. So that kicks off JLJ Media's Christmas extravaganza this Christmas. I have over 30 shows of all kinds of goodness of Christmas. So just get ready. So, and Kirsten Marie, who's in the chat room, is also on the series. Also, she plays the mail lady. So, and Tammy plays the cafe girl. And plays her so well. She does. So I just want to tell you guys that. And also, she joined the cast of Claws, the series, as Jenny. And I just gave Jenny a last name, which I will tell you.
Ooh.
Your last name. So I'm going to get all that out. Okay. Yes, everybody. This week, mostly, we actually got a little bit of everything this week. We had a little bit of stuff this week. We had some Shauna and Eric and Quinn and all that. We had some Carter, Zoe, and Paris and all that. Had some Thomas, Liam, Hope, and all that. No Finn. There's no Dr. Fine again this week. He wasn't on, but that's fine. We had some goodness this week. So overall, ladies, what did you think of the week? And I'll start with Miss Amanda. What did you think of the week?
I wish they would speed up a little bit. It was a good week, but it could have been better. Like, I'd like them to slow down Carter and Zoe and speed up Steffi and Finn. Like, that's what I want, because that, Steffi and Liam being around each other, googly, you're the best parent, no, you're the best parent, googly eyes, and you're the greatest, that's not good. It was like, danger, warning, not good.
Miss Tammy, what did you think?
I appreciated having a break from the doll for the first 3 days because it freaks me out. The doll freaks me out. So I actually enjoyed the conversations between Thomas and Hope. Like, I enjoyed the scenes and getting all angsty about that with no signs of the doll. Because when she did come up on Thursday and Friday, what they did, I was freaked out before. I was even more freaked out.
Oh, we're going to talk about that. Oh, no, girl, we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about all. And I wrote down in my notes, I always take notes, kids. I wrote up my notes. I hope they are paying Annika Noel a lot of money.
Yeah, we'll talk about it because I had a comment.
That's why I wrote that. Rashonda James, great last name, says, "Hi, Amanda. Yes, I agree." So it's funny you said it. For me, overall, it was kind of a info week. It was kind of like a talking week. But we've had so much drama over the last month and a half. So I think maybe that's what I did. It kind of like, let's slow it down for a second.
Yes.
And kind of like just have some regular talks. I got angry a few times. I smiled a few times. But otherwise, it wasn't an exciting week. It was just kind of like, okay. So let's get into it. So I agree with both of you. So let's get into it. I'm going to start with the Carter Zoe things because on Y&R, we had the same question posed with Abby and Chance. Are they going too fast? If you watch Y&R, you understand that storyline. But Carter and Zoe, it's really, and Amanda knows this. I'm always talking about, what time is it? Like, when's the timeline? I'm always asking her or whatever. Do you think it's too fast? Or do you think it's too fast?
I think it's too fast because let me just give you an example, okay? The reason that people love Twilight, for instance, is because she genuinely is in love with both people. Yeah. So you're like, oh, it's making my stomach hurt. Like you're imagining like, oh, but I would have loved to see like this connection and this like, spark between her and Carter. And then Zende comes in and they have this spark and you're like, oh, it's like, but it's hard to get behind it when it's just, we haven't even seen them. We saw 1 date, 2 dates. And then they have her already looking, at Zende and it's like, well, that just makes me mad.
There you go. And I agree. Tammy, what are you thinking?
Yeah, it's interesting because I can see Zoe convincing herself. And I believe her feelings for Carter are real. I think she believes he's a great guy. And if she does, Zende hasn't shown any interest.
Right, officially. Right.
She's given him plenty of opportunities and all he's done is like, Carter's a great guy. So I'm like, okay.
She even said, did you want to say something? You remember the other night? Are you sure you wasn't going to say something? Because I thought you said, and then he's like, no. And she's like, okay.
Well, that's it. If I'm in her shoes, it's like, dude, I've given you a lot of opportunities to say your piece and like what's in your heart. You keep saying nothing, no, Carter's an amazing guy. It's like, okay, he is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look how amazing he is. Look at the way he looks at her. Look at the way Carter looks at her.
And that's
why I'm mad.
Well, I think she's, choosing to like say, I'd be an idiot.
Right.
I'd be an idiot. Look at him. Look at the way he looks at me. He's like real. He's authentic. I gotta go for this.
Well,
But
yeah,
like you were saying, Amanda, she's all looking at Zende. Looking at Zende.
Yeah, she's going with her head and not her heart is how I feel like it looks to me. Like her head says Carter's perfect, but her heart says, who is that guy? You know, like I want him.
But they haven't even gone out on a date.
I know, it's
So
ridiculous.
like, is she in love with the social media Forrester thing? Or, I mean, I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, hi everybody coming in. Daisy Flower, Michelle D, Rashonda James, Rodelli, Amanda Russ, and there you go. I don't see your husband in there. Others are in there. Thanks for coming in. Hit that like button while you're there.
Yeah.
A lot of them are agreeing. Some of them were saying, Zoe wasn't as meek when she came on. They've downplayed her a little bit just because, she has that shady past. They know that, so they want her. But I agree with both of you guys. Actually, I'm in the middle of both of you guys. I feel like this guy represents everything she can have, the life that she wants, that she could have. This guy is hot and exciting, and which one do you go to? And that text message is still sitting on the phone, unsent. It's unsent. So she has no idea that Zende feels like you said, she said she did everything but say, Zende, tell me you like me. Just tell me you like me so I can just like.
I know.
Come on.
She was like, you sure you didn't? Are you sure you don't want to say something to me?
Like, hello. and when she sees parents them talking to each other, she gets a little twinge.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, but he's not saying anything. So in a way, he's doing the right thing by not saying anything on some level. He's trying to respect her and her choice. In a real life, I would respect that, obviously. But on a soap world, I want you to interrupt. I'm on a soap, you guys. But Rodelli's like, if Zoe don't want Carter, I'll take him.
Thank you.
You're like, hello, here's the catch. But they are playing it. But I think again, it's a soap trope of the lovesick guy, the nice guy, goes full steam ahead with a girl who's she's not really a bad girl, but she's just somebody who, like you said, she has one toe out looking at over here. So he could potentially hurt her. So we're supposed to be on Carter's side going, no, don't hurt, I'm actually shocked they decided to go this direction at first because they're trying to redeem Zoe. So now you're putting her in a position where you may not like her. You may not like her again because she hurts because Carter's a nice guy.
Right.
I mean, if they go to the wedding and all of a sudden I go do one of those, famous, I just can't. And then it's her British accent, she runs up the door. No. I was like, then fans will hate her because they love Carter so much. I'm like, do you want to do that?
Yeah, I was confused too because I was thinking, wait a minute, she got Brooke's approval. You want us to like her, and then you do this? Oh no, not to Carter. I don't think so. How are you gonna like her now?
It's it's interesting because I don't feel like she's coming from a player position. I feel like she just wants to be happy. She wants to be able to trust somebody with her heart. Like she keeps bringing up, being disappointed by her father and like Thomas, and she just wants someone to love her. And Carter's that guy. And Zende is a big wuss. Like I don't know how that's going to roll out. They don't because to your point, Amanda, they don't know each other. Like he can't stop the wedding and say, I love you. They've never even been out.
Right.
Like, how is he going to stop the wedding? I don't know.
I know. It's like, because right now it's too early. So we don't have enough rooting value. Are Zende and Zoe endgame? I don't know because there's not. It's not like the same thing of Hope, Liam, Stephanie, which has been set up for years, and also
Exactly.
I don't. Are they endgame or are Carter and Zoe endgame? With Zende just being an interloper, and are he and Paris endgame? because they have chemistry. They actually have chemistry. So maybe it's an embarrassment of bitches. No. Embarrassment of riches. I mean, you know, I mean, it could be, you know, I mean, it could be something that, I mean, because I see the chemistry between them. And I was like, oh, okay, I see something there.
He just keeps flirting with Paris. He flirts and flirts and flirts and flirts. So like, what the haystack? If you're that into Zoe, why are you all, you have such a beautiful smile. When you walk into the room, you light it up. Like, shut up. If you're into Zoe, then shut up.
Because he's a player, Tammy.
Yeah, he's playing Paris.
He's gonna use her, right? He'll date her for now, and then he'll stop the wedding somehow, and then everybody will be mad, and then I guess they'll put Paris with Carter. I don't know.
Which I don't see any chemistry between those two. I just don't see it. I don't see any chemistry between those two. I mean, it could change. I don't know. I see zero. So I think the same thing. Like, are you gonna try to make them an interchangeable foursome? Which some shows have done that. Guiding Light had the 4 Musketeers, and General Hospital had the 4 kids, and you know they had the Emily. You know, so I don't know if that. I don't know if I feel that with. I mean, they're making them a foursome, so to speak, but I don't feel it. I don't feel Paris and Carter. I just don't. I don't really feel it. Maybe something, but I don't know. I mean, it's.
You know, I just think they've rushed this too much. They've rushed.
Yeah.
And
because I would have felt sorry for her had she been like in love with both of them, or she's really struggling, you know, because it's okay to date 2 people. I don't have a problem with it. Just be honest. But I would feel bad for her. But the way they're doing it is making you just mad at her because she's telling Zende everything and leaving Carter in the dark. And it's like, that's not right. Sorry, Tammy, go ahead. No. I interrupted you.
To James's point, I would have preferred that they had spent more time developing the friendship and relationship and dynamics between the 4 of them. Yes. As opposed to all of a sudden it's Zoe and Carter and Zende and maybe Paris, and you know, it's just like too,
It can be done well. It's been done well. I mean, I just named 2 examples over it. I mean, it can be done well. I mean, I just remember General Hospital just really briefly with the whole Lucky and Nicholas and Elizabeth.
Totally.
It worked. I mean, it totally works. I mean, it works. And even going Bold and Beautiful, I mean, just going back in time, you know, still with the whole Taylor, Brooke, and Ridge, and whatever man that the others would get involved with, one would come in and it would actually work. Whether it was Jack, whether it was my God, the Maroney guy. Think of Jack Wagner. Where's Jack Wagner? or the guy who played Connor, or whatever. Whoever would come in,
Frisco.
Thank you, Frisco. Where was Frisco? No. They all it seemed to work. There was an interchangeable thing going on that would work, and any coupling would work. You could almost see any configuration. Even when Thorne was involved at one point, there was like it works. It just works. This isn't. I mean, even if you have Bill in there, if you have Bill, Brooke, it all works. But this one, I agree. It's just like, no more about this storyline. It's just gonna make me more upset. Right now, it's a little too fast, and we'll see what happens with these folks. But I will give credit that they are really getting front-burner storyline. Carter's getting front-burner storylines, so that's go on Lawrence St. Victor. He put in the work all these years. He deserves it. So like that. The next one I want to talk about had me laughing because they did. It was kind of comedic, and the fight wasn't a knockdown drag out, so it's kind of like 2 friends. I mean, it was kind of funny. Was the whole Flo, Wyatt, Shauna, Quinn. That whole thing was hilarious. That thing was kind of her living there and all this stuff. I mean, first I'm thinking it's winter time. I know it's LA. Trust me, and it's hot today. It's hot today in LA.
I know.
I can't really talk shit about that. But I was just kind of like, why is she running around in a 2-piece bikini in November? But then I look outside, I'm like, yes. But I thought it was hilarious the way I like the direction they went with this. Shauna and Quinn didn't have this knockdown drag out. It was kind of comical, but it was real. I mean, Quinn had a right to be a little upset. So what do you think about that?
Kenneth Clark in Instagram Live says Flo and Wyatt are boring together. Exactly.
They are. They're boring. As I said, that's why I said giving them their mothers made me excited. Like giving them mother things going on. The dueling mothers, I called it. That Flo is just like mayonnaise to me. I just don't even. I mean, the actress is beautiful. Trina Bolden, she's beautiful and all that stuff. She's beautiful. And
bold and beautiful.
And bold and beautiful. But the character does, he just does nothing. And they're not really writing anything for her. I mean, they're just like, so we'll give her a break right now, I guess. Why Darren Brooks is my favorite actress. He's hilarious. His facial expressions are hilarious. How he reacts to Rena Sofer's little antics on the show as Quinn. And even and it was shot. It just I think he's hilarious. I like Darren Brooks. So together he's still winning for me. But it was about their mothers, literally. It wasn't really about them. It was about kind of managing the mothers.
Yeah,
that's what it was about.
I love how
and they got into it. Quinn questioned him. Quinn.
Yeah, he gets so worked up though. It's so funny, and he was like trying to explain to Shauna why she shouldn't be there, and he's like going over and he's getting all, and then Flo's like, well, I'm sure she don't mean it, I'm sure she's not doing anything bad is what she's saying, and why it's getting all worked up. And I'm like, it was pretty funny. And he said, I guess she's gonna have to stay here too. He was getting all upset, like, I guess they can share the bedroom.
Oh my God. The part where he was like, and you just let my mother come on in. Why? And Flo's like, I know, I just kept talking. And he's like, why did you stop? Because I tried to stop you. And then all of a sudden, she just I thought it was funny. I thought it was kind of funny.
He was like, what did you think this means?
This was. I was laughing. I was like, that made me laugh. I was like, okay, so more of that may make me like them as a couple. That was really funny. Because it's like, I don't know, I just kept talking. He's like, what is this? What is this means? And I was like, it made me chuckle. I thought, okay, that was cute. And the fact that they're all kind of there. And Sean, I thought of Amanda the whole time. As, my beautiful woman, Denise Richards, standing there resplendent with hair and cute little outfit. She does kind of they have her talk in a certain way. Like, well, no, I was just there. And I was just he asked me to stay. And she tries to act really innocent. I kept thinking of Amanda. I was like, oh my God, Amanda's like going, she's not buying it. She's not buying it.
I wanted to just grab her and slap her. Like, girl, don't act like you don't know what you're doing. Okay? Like, oh, Eric made me stay. Eric's an older gentleman. He didn't force you to stay, okay? He didn't hold you down and make you stay. Like, come on.
Well, I was gonna say I loved going back to Wyatt really quick. I loved how Wyatt just cut to the chase to Shauna.
Oh, he did.
Look, are you trying to steal my mother's husband? Let's just cut to the chase. I was like, thank you. Let's not drag this out. Like, let's just confront it. And
I agree.
She's like, no.
Yeah.
Not Amanda. No, I am like an innocent person sitting in a guest house. I didn't do anything. I made martinis with them, and I laughed. She said that I laughed too. So we enjoy occasional martini. And he's like, you know how wrong that is, right? He got me that. I was like, I couldn't stop laughing. I just thought it was really.
But you know how good those martinis are that Eric makes.
Oh, I know. I wanted one so bad. I was like, I'm in.
He makes the best martinis.
Woo!
Yeah.
With the best liquor, I'm sure. They're it's like smooth as silk.
Walking away from
I just had this flown in today on my private jet.
Yes, exactly. I love it. I did. Wyatt had me laughing. It was an anxiety spiral. Did Denise injure herself? She was limping coming into Eric's. Was she limping?
Yeah, I noticed. Obviously her outfit was adorable.
Oh yeah, it was totally cute.
Yeah, on these beautiful high heels, silver gray heels. But I was surprised because she wasn't walking the way someone who's used to wearing high heels walks. So, it could be. I hope she hasn't hurt herself. Yeah. Or, if you don't wear high heels for a long time and you slip into a pair, it takes a second. It's like, oh my God, I forgot how to walk in these things. Because that's what it kind of looked like. So I don't know what that was about.
Yeah. Michelle D says, Shauna isn't trying, in quotes, to steal Quinn's hubby, but if it happens, it's not that.
Yeah. She's not going to stop it.
I'm going to stop it. Hey, Quinn would have blown a gasket if she found out about Martini Hour, I know. No, because she said after she left, she said it. But I went back to the friendship. I kind of like that they talked it out. And she's like, no, I've been really, because she's not lying. She has talked about Quinn to Eric. That part is not even a lie. So that part's the truth. And when she started hearing her say, you might have a chance, you got to do things a certain way, Quinn went out of the mode of being mad at her and back to, I might have a chance. That's the Quinn we know. Oh, it's an opening, I got to take it. And homegirl, you know what she did? Made a beeline over there at that portrait. They all stared at the portrait.
And she put on the nice Quinn hat.
Yes.
When she spoke to Eric,
Yes.
her tone was softer and she had the smile on her face and she was just very.
Yeah.
I'll be good.
And then I was like, no, because he said there's a chance, right? Because he's like, I'm not ready for anything right now. And she's like, oh, there's a chance. And I was like, oh, no.
You don't want Eric and Quinn together?
No, I want Eric with Donna.
Well, that's nice. That's a nice grouping. Nice pairing. I'm still rooting for Eric and Quinn. I can't help it. I really feel like for me, she didn't do anything to Eric. Did to his son. No.
Well, you said you hurt two people who are the closest to me, my son and Brooke. So
Brooke and Ridge ain't innocent children of like 21-year-old children.
I get it. I know.
Those two have hurt each other way more than anything Quinn could have done. And Quinn just basically accentuated their problems as it is anyway. She shouldn't have done what she did. But what she did was still accentuate the problems they had. So it's like, I mean, and Ridge was being dumb the whole week. We have this. Let's roll that footage, folks. So our last like 10 episodes. We all know that Ridge has been a dick the whole time. I mean, like, I feel bad for Brooke more than anybody. And then out of the whole situation, I feel bad for her.
Me too.
I don't feel bad for Ridge. I'm sorry, I just don't. Because he's a problem too. And so I felt bad for Bill a little bit too, because she did manipulate Bill a little bit. But I was like, but you didn't do anything to Eric personally, like to him. I'm like, so she was a little threatened. And Brooke did threaten her.
You know what I think? I think it's more of like the trust thing of he specifically said to her, please do not do anything to get involved in their relationship. Like, and he said, for me, leave it. Do not get involved, right? I think that's the hard part for him.
He doesn't trust her.
Is that he specifically said, and she did it anyway.
And I love how
Amanda. Dang it.
I love how Quinn described her behavior to Eric. She said to Eric, I think we can both agree that my actions were misguided.
I love it. I do. I love it.
If that's not the understatement of the
year,
right?
Misguided. And he's just looking at her.
Yeah.
So that we can agree on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Michelle D. Eric always sides with Brooke no matter what. It's annoying. Especially if you're married to him, he sides with the other woman. That's true. He does. He loves Brooke. I mean, they have a bond. You know, they're the last two of the original cast, of course. It's on the air 33 years later. But they have a bond. He does. He loves Brooke. But she should know. But then she should know that one of his blind spots is Brooke.
It's just like no one can touch Brooke and Ridge because of their history. No one can touch Brooke and Eric because of their history.
Right.
And Quinn is never going to accept that.
No.
Ever.
I agree.
So that's going to be the downfall. That's going to be her downfall.
Yeah, I agree.
She doesn't trust. That means she doesn't trust Eric.
Yeah.
Sure, I guess. Well, that's true. Okay. I gotta go with that, I guess.
Look at that face. He's like, I guess.
But to me, I guess because I feel like there are no true innocent people in any of these situations. That's very. I mean, it's just like Ridge did things. Brooke did kiss Bill. If there wasn't any ammunition, then a gun wouldn't fire off, so to speak. I mean, there was ammunition. There were bullets in all these guns. So yes, she played puppet master and did something. Her initial thing was a bad thing to do. I mean, you fake somebody out, whatever. And Shauna wasn't. Everybody's in the chat room. Shauna was a participant of this, so they're on your side, Amanda. On that. They're told she was part of it. She's not innocent. But Quinn was very persuasive, and I think, and she made things happen. But there were problems with Ridge and Brooke there were problems.
It's just Shauna, I have like whiplash.
Yeah.
Like, I'll stay. No, I have my suitcase. I'm gonna go. No, I'm staying. And now she's like, no, I'm going. So it's like
Yeah, I totally agree. I'm confused by the character in general because I don't know what they're doing, you know? Like she's does this and then she does this and then she does this and you're like, whoa. You know, like she's Quinn's best friend. They're like this. And then all of a sudden she won't leave Eric's house. It's like, what? And she's looking all crazy at the portrait, you know? And it's like, I don't understand. Like, I don't know. Is she good? Is she bad? I don't know.
I think that's the point. I really think that she's ambiguous. That's our word, on purpose. That's how they're writing her. I think they're trying to decide what to do with her too a little bit, trying to decide where they want her to go. So right now, having her kind of toe that line of like, well, Shauna's not that bad, or Shauna can be bad. It seems like that's so all the rest of the cast are very much like, she's who she is. She's who she is. Shauna's somewhere, you're right, Amanda. We don't know.
But I'm glad she said to Quinn when Quinn was all up in her face. First of all, if my best friend was all up in my face and losing her mind, I would be taking a step in and go, you need to back off and shut up.
Yeah.
Because here's the real deal. Instead, she was just like, Quinn. It's like, oh my God, stand up for yourself. But anyway, that's just me. Shut the F up and let me talk. She said to Quinn, come on, I'm in love with Ridge. I'm still getting over that. Like, I'm not going after your husband. I'm still in love with Ridge. I love him. Come on, I'm not going after your husband.
I'm glad she said that. I'm glad they showcased that because on these shows, I'm in love with you now. I'm in love with you now. I'm in love with you now. So I'm glad they did mention. I was like, good line. I wrote that down too. I'm like, I'm glad she said that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Amanda probably doesn't believe her.
She don't know what love is.
Sure.
I knew it.
She don't. They don't believe her. She don't believe her. She don't,
They didn't even go on a date and she was in love with him. Oh, she's like Carter. She just looked at him one time and, I'm so in love.
Ooh, Carter and Shauna be cute together. They both.
Little Mr. Cookie Cutter Carter and Little Miss Cookie Cutter Paris. I kind of like them.
But I don't see chemistry between them. I don't see it.
Well, I don't see it between Zoe either.
Oh my God. Oops. Oops. Shady Sunday. You don't see it either.
I don't.
I kind of see it a little bit. I mean, I don't know. You don't see it. Okay.
Well, only because I'm talking not from like an actor to actor point.
Yeah.
I'm talking from like character. Yeah. Like, there's not that spark from Zoe, and he's just all starry-eyed. Okay. There's a disconnect, so I don't see chemistry.
Oh yeah, I feel like on his side, he has that spark, but I don't feel it on her side.
Right.
So, she had that with Zende, where he walked in and she's like,
let me take out my guitar and sing.
Yeah.
Let me show you my true soul. Oh!
You want me to walk for you? You want me to model for you?
But see, someone in the chat room brought up, we don't know why him and Nicole are separated. We have no idea what happened there.
Yeah, that's true.
Still out there. What part did he play in that? We have no idea what's going on.
True.
Okay, so the last storyline that started out normal and went into freakishly demonic territory towards the end of the week, and creepiness. You know who they are. Right there with you, Tammy. That's what Shauna said. I agree with Tammy also. Michelle D said that. They're agreeing with you, Tammy. Okay. Beginning of the week, I was getting angry But I remind myself, we know stuff they don't know, right? We're the audience. These are folks who, just like you and I, we're talking. We have no idea that Amanda has a creepy doll in her house that looks like Joe. And when Joe's not home, she plays the doll. Who knows? We don't know that. We just think Amanda's nice. Amanda's nice and she's great. And we just like,
That's why I got this, so y'all can't see what's going on.
See, exactly. That's a show right there. So I remind myself they don't either. So Steffi and Hope defending Thomas, I guess, is natural. Steffi is not really that heavily invested like that. She's a sister. She's like, she goes, I know he has a long way to go, but she's seeing the great designs. He's putting on his best face. He put on his best face this week. So him and Zendy were getting along. He was saying all the right things. So I was getting angry, like, you guys don't see it. But like, they can't see it because he's giving them a second face. And so then when Liam comes in, he's right, but he's so annoying at the same time. So I get why they're like shutting him down. So anyway, so let's start with that storyline. What are we thinking?
So can we just talk about the elephant in the room, which is Liam's sweater this week? Folks in the chat room on Instagram Live are like, what is up with Mr. Rogers' outfit?
I know. I was like,
what was that choice? What is that? Let's just get that out.
It's COVID. He had to wear it from home. It was like they did their own makeup and wardrobe. Yeah.
I'm going to be honest. I fast forwarded the scenes between Steffi and Liam. Like Steffi trying to defend Thomas and Liam trying to state his case yet again. And it's like this isn't new dialogue. Like this has been regurgitated over. Like I can't. So did I miss anything, you guys, by fast forwarding?
No. Nope. It was the same exact conversation they had last week and the week before that. And like 3 months ago.
So yes.
It's Shady Sunday today.
It's Shady Sunday. You're right, Tabby. You didn't miss nothing. You really didn't. You didn't. Everybody's laughing. They're like, you didn't miss anything. You didn't. So that was going. But I would say something. I want to say this. That pregnancy or whatever. Well, she's probably pregnant then. They're only a few weeks out, I think, ahead of each other or something. I think. Well, I don't know. Jacqueline McGinnis looked beautiful in those scenes.
Wow.
She looked like she was glowing.
Yeah.
She was like glowing.
Yeah. She had like Amanda skin and she had the hair going. She looked so beautiful.
And her outfits don't lend themselves to camouflaging anything. They're all very form-fitting and like, oh my God, her legs are so gorgeous.
Right.
She had a little clutch bag. Little clutch bag, and that's where she hit her stomach. Did y'all see that by the door? She had a little bitty clutch bag hiding her stomach. I was like, that's adorable.
But then when Kelly had that party, and so Liam went over for the party and they put Kelly to sleep. And when Steffi came out of the room, she had kind of like a cardigan thing on. Yeah. I thought, okay, that's kind of camouflage. Yeah. I don't know. We're all looking for the designs.
But she looks so beautiful. She looks like she's glowing. She looks like she's glowing.
Yeah.
I agree with that. Simone Francois says 2 things can be true at the same time. Thomas is rapidly losing what left of his mind, and Liam has a compulsion to be the hero and the only one.
Yeah.
I was catching on her heels too, as Rashonda said. I know. I was like, it was cute. No, she looked so good. She looked good. I'm saying those scenes with her and Zendaya, those scenes with her and Liam. I kept saying, gosh, she looks really beautiful this week. I mean, she's always beautiful, but she just looked. I mean, Jack McGinnis, we love you first of all, but just saying, you just look so just glowing. Yeah. So again, getting angry, but understanding that they don't know nothing. But Liam is right, but he's so annoying. He's right. He's so annoying. And so and Scott Clinton just plays that character so well. Meanwhile, I was getting angry again when Hope took Thomas home for Douglas. And before Douglas can get there, welcome back, Henry Samri. We love you.
Yes, he's growing up.
He's growing up.
Oh my God, he's looking like a little young man.
I know, he's so good. Their conversations, kids. How do you guys feel about that? I mean, Hope's getting closer. See, that's like I'm telling Amanda. That's what made me angry. I was like, they can't get closer. I'm sorry. He did all this stuff. He did all this stuff to you.
I was like, what are they doing? Like, okay, she should not even see Thomas, right? Like, they should exchange the kid through a third party, right? Like, he should not be anywhere near Hope. And if, I'm sorry, okay, it is not normal to have a mannequin that looks just like Hope in your house. How is everybody okay with this? I don't understand.
It's his muse. But well, here's the thing. They made the mannequin. So that's the weird.
That's the weird thing. Like somebody in the marketing department said this was a good idea.
Right.
Yeah.
It was like Thomas made it. He didn't make it up. He didn't make the mannequin. They made it. So it's kind of like, who thought that was a good idea? And the Force of Creations.
And I have to say, B&B continues to surprise me because we had that conversation initially when we first see the mannequin. It's like, okay, that's freaky. Didn't even dawn on me that I was going to start talking to Thomas. I think that took all of us by surprise. It was like, yes. Oh my God, yes. They're going there. Didn't even see it coming that Miss Annika was going to morph into this doll. Did not even see that coming. So all of a sudden when the features, like, you could see like real facial, I'm just like, oh my God. This is
no way. She moved. She was like, Thomas.
This is Annika.
I was like, ah!
This is Annika Noel's calling card to anyone want to hire me for a horror movie?
I know, right?
I got this down.
Talk about passions. Yes, James E. Riley was famous. As I said, what in the days of our lives am I watching? What in the passions am I watching?
I know.
I was like, I'll say one more time. I hope they're paying Annika Noel a lot of money. I was just like, girl. I was like, damn. I mean, the hair was crazy.
Oh my God.
I mean, I get for an actress, it might be fun to play. I mean, for actress, it's probably a fun little,
totally fun.
Oh yeah, but I'm just going. How do you explain this to your friends and family who watch this show? Like, okay, so they have me on a mannequin. It came to life. My hair is crazy. The clothes are ugly. And I have this weird makeup on. It's just like it's when it started walking, and I was like, oh my God, what in the F am I watching? What am I watching?
But they've
committed to it.
They still had this weird tone to her voice, though. It wasn't on. It was
yes.
Like, some kind of sound effects. So it was mannequin on, not mannequin Monica, but mannequin. You know.
Yeah.
Which was freaky, and oh my God, this freaked me out so bad when Thomas knows he's in trouble, so he calls Hope like, "Can you bring Douglas over for dinner?"
Yes.
And the thing is behind him, right? While he's on the phone, the thing like literally turned to look at him. I was like, "Oh my God, this is so
and did like a little tiny, like small, like little like smirk, like
yes."
I was like, "Whoa!"
What they are doing is brilliant. It's
and you're not done because while they're eating an S, they got me cussing on here. The little eyes are looking through the box.
The devil eyes. Oh my God.
I was like,
Thomas figured as long as there's somebody here with me,
right.
That'll keep me stable. Right. Douglas is here, Hope is here, but no, demon eyes are peering through the box. I was like, oh my God.
And then he's still hearing her say,
she's the only one.
She's the one. Look, this is her family. She should be in this family. And then she goes, take care of Liam. Do it. I was like, ah!
I was like, OMG. I was just like, I'm done. I'm done. But
you have to say they are genius because I actually feel sorry for Thomas.
Okay, time of death. Let's call it 1:01 p.m. 6 Standard Time. November 22nd. You're gonna say it again, Tammy? You said it last week.
Say it.
Say it, Tammy. Say it.
I feel bad for Thomas.
They did it! Yay!
They found a way to redeem this sociopath.
They did.
They did.
They did.
Because he's trying so hard. He's trying so hard. And he's got a little bump on the head. Something's amiss. And
Yes.
yeah. So
they said nailed it, Amanda. Sorry, they said nailed it, Amanda. The voice. You did.
Yeah.
No, I've always been a Thomas fan anyway, but I mean, they're finding a way. I mean, they do this weird supernatural thing. They're finding a human way
Yeah.
to do them.
Because that's horrifying. I'm like, oh my God, this poor guy. I would be freaking out. Totally. I'm like, and he can't say anything because he's trying to prove he's not crazy.
I love it when he yells at the mannequin.
Yeah.
Every time he screams at the mannequin, I start laughing out loud.
He tries to get rid of it. He tries to get rid of the mannequin, and the mannequin says, "No, I want to be with you. You can't get rid of me." I'm like,
yeah.
I never thought that they would go. They're smart. They're right. They're smart. Well, I never thought they would go this direction on Bold and Beautiful. They never did so like this before.
But to your point, you brought this up a couple of weeks ago, James. This is a perfect combination of finding a storyline to redeem Thomas and also making it work under COVID circumstances. Yeah. Because it's literally just Matthew and, a mannequin for the longest time. So super.
Yeah. No, I mean, on YNR this week, they had Jill calling in and through FaceTime. So now they're finally using that also. And there's some COVID. They can't everybody on set at the same time. It's really bad in Los Angeles again. So they're trying to not shut down, obviously. They're trying to figure out a ways to work it. So I think this is a way to do it. And it's creepy and it's like something they've never done. And also breaking ground. There's something they've never done before. Which is also again a thing too. Sean was like, can no one hear him shouting in his apartment? He has thick walls. I don't know where he lives in LA, but
such a good point.
Any LA apartment I lived in, it was all thin walls. So you're right about that. I don't know why they can't hear him.
Yeah.
So maybe he lives in a good place. He's rich. He got money.
He's got rich people walls.
Yeah, rich people walls. Exactly. You don't live in some risky big place in Manhattan Beach or whatever, and China in Koreatown. You might live somewhere where they have real thick walls and soundproofing. I don't know. We live in the valley. That was going on. So yeah, Nina too. They had Nina on YNR. Trisha Cass came back, and so yeah.
Did y'all notice? Because I saw one really, really cute thing. When Liam and Hope were discussing Thomas,
yes,
she was like, "Oh, you should be with your daughter," da, da, da. And normally they would hug and kiss. So Liam went. Did y'all see that? I thought, "Oh, that's so cute."
That's cute. They're having to find ways to do this, and I think it's just been very, very interesting. Because I'm not really missing his love scenes. I'm not really. But I do miss some of the hugs that we're not getting. It's like
there are some moments where the lack of what would be a natural choice to hug someone and they don't, it's like okay.
Yeah.
I felt that.
Like, when
Douglas came in and they didn't hug. They
right, yeah.
That felt
Douglas,
a little weird. Like,
usually he would run in and grab, Daddy.
Yes. Yes, exactly. I did miss that. I go, oh, well, that's there, but then I understand why they can't.
Yeah.
Sucks.
Well, there was one moment where he ran to Thomas.
But wasn't it like a cut? Was it like
it was something
carefully edited?
Because he was surprised.
Right, wasn't that a carefully edited scene though? I thought it was like he hugged on probably his dad in real life.
Totally.
That's the leg. So
Yeah,
I'm saying that normally we'd see them, like you mentioned, he'd come in, you would see them really embrace, he'd go down to his level, they'd hug. We didn't have that. So,
yeah.
Bikers. And I was like, no, my house, all things happen over here. You never know. So, but yeah, so I thought that just, I missed the intimacy. That's the word I was looking for. I don't miss the sex scenes or love scenes. I miss the intimacy. Where a lot of times they would hug, or they would hold hands, or there were things they would do. But it's not again.
I like to know, right? Like,
Right.
I'm nosy. I need the tea. Like, as long as they let me know it happened, like it could be the morning after coming down the stairs in a t-shirt. I'm fine with it. I just need to know because I like to know the gossip and the tea,
The tea is spilling, girl. The tea is spilling. No, I agree with you. I mean, you can imply stuff. Right? There's way things you can do in dialogue, and you said in props and you can imply stuff. That's not a problem. Yeah. So I don't like I said. So I don't miss that, but I do. I want the soaps on the air, so I don't want them off the air. So if you got to do this for a while, I mean, and I think a lot of fans are starting to accept that too now because I mean, for the first time in history, we had no soap operas with new storylines. So for days, for like 3 months,
Yeah.
there was no new soaps. I mean, it was crazy. It was crazy. I mean, we don't. This doesn't happen normally. So they found ways to come back and be safe, and so I will support them. I know you guys do too. I will support whatever they need to do to continue story. They're still working. The story's still working, but COVID safety. So I will always. We like the cast. We went them around for a long time. So I will. So anybody who complains about that, screw you. Don't complain. They're doing the best they can for you. Give you a show.
I'm just trying to figure out how this is going to be revealed. Like how is this? I thought maybe Zende because they'll be working together and Zende will be the one to start figuring things out. But I don't know how this is going to get revealed.
But they went a way that I didn't know Hope was going to know that fast. So it's like they went faster in a way than I thought. Anyway, I thought the big reveal would be Hope last would see this, like, but
yeah.
But again, I'm mad at her because she was like, well, in the pictures it looks. I'm like, so you saw this thing before though, so you saw it, and it didn't bother you. You saw it looked like you.
Yeah.
But you didn't say nothing. I mean, if I saw a man look like me, I'd be like, oh my god, how handsome he is. I would have a reaction. I think you guys would have a reaction too. Like you would have a reaction, but she's like, oh, on the pictures and stuff, it seems so bad. I'm like, what?
And honestly, like, look, if you're inspired by my mannequin, then take it back to the office and be inspired at the office.
Thank you.
No reason for you to be keeping it in your home because that's just weird.
But we know why. She's
weird.
Flattered. But she's flattered. She knows she's flattered.
Oh, I'm so mad. You know what? I'm mad because, okay, first, why is she acting the way she's acting? Like, you girl, that's weird. That is weird. Okay? Like, why are you? And then she's just like, oh, well, he's changed. Okay. All right. Like, it's just driving me nuts. I'm like, Hope, what are you doing?
This is a good point. Nicholas Dutton in the chat.
Oh, Nicholas. Oh, Nicholas. Hi, Nicholas.
He says, I hope it does not freak out Douglas. Like, I hope Douglas never sees this mannequin.
Oh, yeah.
Because that will traumatize him.
Yeah, for sure.
No, you saw dancing goblins.
Let alone a child. So I hope they don't go in that direction.
But they might. Right? Bold's been doing the Bold of the Bold and Beautiful
right?
in recent years. So you never know. They just might do that with no shame and say, just take that, people.
That moment really quick when Douglas says, Daddy, what's in the box? But then he brought out this little box with toys. I thought it was the doll box.
I know.
Me too.
They did on purpose.
It's like, oh my God.
I know. I was like, oh, okay. It's just like.
Come on, Bold and Beautiful. You guys are funny. Mm-hmm. But we're at the end of the show because we got no show to do. So maybe we ran a little late. But this, as you can see, I love doing the show with you guys because it's so hilarious and it's just crazy talk. And who knows next week? I haven't seen the promo for next week yet, so who knows what's going to happen. But we won't be here. We'll be back in 2 weeks.
Right.
I'm taking time off.
Thanksgiving.
No, next Sunday, no soap block. Vision Days will be back, but we won't. I got to take time off, kids. I'm tired. So we'll be back December 6th. So I'm sure we'll have a lot to talk about.
Oh, yeah.
Next week. But it's going to be a shortened week anyway. It's going to be a shortened weekend. Soaps only do, I think, 3 episodes this week. So it'll be shortened. But we'll talk about all 8 on the 6th. We'll talk about all of them back when we get back. Amanda Rutz, tell me where they can find you in your podcast.
You can find my podcast and you can find us on all the socials at The Bold and Beautiful Podcast. And I'm putting one out today in like an hour or two. So make sure you check it out.
Perfect. Tammy Gavea.
Just go to Twitter. I'm at Tammy Gavea, TamiGovea. Twitter. Go there.
Well done.
And just a quick shout out to some of the folks on Instagram Live in our chat room. Again, Nicholas Dutton, Kenneth Clark was in it for a super long time. Mario Note Mandickman. Wow, I know I'm not pronouncing that, but thank
Mario.
you for joining us. We had Bold and Beautiful from Australia in the chat.
Oh yeah, I know them. Yes, Australia Bone Real fans. Yes, I know that group.
Yeah, so thank you guys for joining Insta Live. We love it. Thank you.
Yes, we do. We love you guys. Everybody in the chat room here too. Yes, happy Thanksgiving to all of you. Please have a safe, COVID-friendly Thanksgiving. Smaller gatherings. You still get together, just smaller gatherings. Space it out. Have some good food, folks. I plan on eating and drinking. Watch some football. But make sure you're safe as you can be. I know every state's very different. And if you're in LA like we are, don't go anywhere. Just be at home, have a turkey, have some eggnog and some yams. That's it. I want everybody around for a long time and back to watch our show in 2 weeks. But happy Thanksgiving to all of you out there. Be safe and we'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye.